Hi, we're going to do an exercise together, which is really about articulating what your long and short-term goals are, both in work and in your life, and then delving in deeper to look at the most powerful ways that you can achieve them. So you're going to need some time. This should take about 20 minutes, as well as a piece of paper and a pen. So if you don't have that now, pause this video and come back to it later. And also, I will be sharing a copy of this on YouTube in the comments box below. So if you can't do this now, by all means, bookmark this so that you can come back to it later. Okay, so pause now if needed. Okay, so let's start. First of all, by articulating the framework that we're going to be using to understand how you can achieve those results and all of the factors that are influencing them. So I'm just going to share my screen. Okay. All right. So what you can see on this triangle is the results that you're getting, which is at the very top, are a subset of two different things. The actions that you undertake to get those results, and the mindset that you have when you're undertaking those actions. And you can see that this works both ways. So you've got a double-sided arrow on there. So for example, if the results that you've been getting is nothing has been working, and your mindset is, well, it never works, what's the point in trying, it's going to be more of the same, then your actions will actually be non-actions, and the outcomes that you will get is more of the same. Whereas if you flip that and your mindset is much more growth mindset, then the actions that you will undertake is trying out different paths to see if you are more able to get closer to the results that you want. So you'll be more experimental, you'll be more open, and as a result, what you'll be seeing, because you're showing up differently, is different results. You'll be putting yourself out there in a way that is inviting different outcomes. So you can see the horizontal line that's going bisecting this triangle. This shows, imagine if this is an iceberg. The actions, mindsets, and results are in the visible realm, i.e. they're in your conscious mind, you're aware of them. But everything below that waterline, the rest of the iceberg, is what's in the subconscious realm. And these are stacked according to the space and the priority and the level of consciousness that we give them. So the most important thing is your views, opinions, and beliefs. And the beliefs are your programs that you have embedded in your mind and that you come from on a subconscious, unthinking basis. So if you think that the first 5 years of your life, you are a sponge, you're downloading data, your understanding of this is a pen, this is a coffee cup, these are my parents, and this is who I am, is literally taken from other people's programs and their beliefs, and you download it without question. You take their view of reality and embed it as your own. And sometimes we interpret this as a 5-year-old child would, or as a 3-year-old child would, and the 3-year-old child doesn't understand the bigger picture. So we sometimes have programs and beliefs embedded and hardwired into our brain that are subjective and may not necessarily be accurate. So for example, if you have working parents and they're very busy, and their key concern is giving you the best, for example, but from a 3-year-old's perspective, you see they don't have time for me. I'm not worthy. I'm not lovable. You can see it doesn't match the truth, but in our mind, it's how we reconcile reality with what we understand of the world. So these programs and beliefs are hardwired into the back of our brain so that we don't even need to think about them. We don't need to refer to them. We can just subconsciously go through life without having to check and cross-check and fact-check absolutely everything. And it's often until we come across something that jars with our conscious values or jars with our conscious priorities that makes us question these beliefs and go, okay, that's funny. I've got a program that I'm running that goes against what I consciously want. So for example, of this, consciously, I want to be successful. Consciously, that means financial independence. But at a subconscious level, I might have beliefs that money is the root of all evil. And when you have those two working together, you get this drag. So I want success and financial success consciously, but in my mind, it's a danger, right? So we've got this dragging effect. So it's not until we're able to notice, okay, I have a belief in there about money and money being harmful. And how does that actually jar with my conscious beliefs? And so you're able to look at it and reframe them. But essentially, for this purpose, all of your beliefs are what run the show. You don't even notice them half the time. You're not really aware of them, but they drive your mindset. They drive your actions. And as a result, they create the outcomes that you see in life. And so when we work on the results that we want to achieve, we dig deeper. Okay, not only is it what the actions and mindsets that I need to take, but what are the beliefs that I have that are getting in the way? And in what way can I reframe them more intentionally so that they are constructive rather than destructive, so that they are aligned rather than creating that drag of competing agendas within me. And then we don't need to get into the rest, but just to cover it off quickly, your values and your priorities are what you deem as important. They are like your North Star that keep you on course and help you navigate towards the results that you want. So, you know, I will ask you, what does success mean for you? And then ask you to look at in what way that gels with your priorities in life and what you deem as important in terms of your values. So pause this now if you want to have a quick reflection on that. And in fact, that leads very nicely into the space, which is at the bottom. Space is really giving yourself the time to step away and step back and look at and question what is important for me. You know, what do I want? What are my results that I want? How do they gel with my values and my priorities? What would be more constructive beliefs for me to have, right? We need to create that space just so that we can go in and be aware of our own thought processes, aware of our own feelings, so that we can have that mindful approach to our lives. So that's the framework that we'll be going through. I'm just going to stop sharing now and let's start the exercise. So I'm going to ask some questions and I'm just going to ask you to pause the video between them and write down your answers. Okay, but first of all, we're going to do a little visualization exercise because your imagination is much stronger than your will. And so we use our ability for our mind to imagine things to create a map of where we want to get to, okay? So that our mind then can create the steps that are needed to make it happen. So I want you to imagine it's a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now. Choose whichever feels best for you, okay? And you've had the most incredible year, incredible, okay? I want you to shut your eyes and I want you to feel it. What is so amazing about your life? What does your life look like? What does it feel like? What does success look like? How is it embodied for you? And get specific. How much money are you making? How is your bank balance? What impact are you making? How does it feel to be in your skin? And just take a moment to savor this and notice where you feel it in your body. Now grab your pen and paper and jot this down. Write down all the specific results that you're getting, but within this method. So you say, I have had the most incredible year, 2 years, 3 years. It has been amazing. I am achieving this. I am feeling this. I have done this. So what we're doing is you're positioning it from the present tense, 3 years from now, okay? As if you're experiencing it right now. You're saying, George, I've had the most incredible year, and describe it as if you were telling me about this amazing year. Be specific with the results you're getting. This is the work that I've done. This is the impact that I'm getting. This is what my bank balance looks like. This is what my life feels like. And be as specific as you can. What impact are you making for yourself? What impact are you making for others? And just pause this here now and take a minute and write it all down. Okay. So looking at these amazing results that you've achieved 3 years from now, let's make this inevitable. Okay. What actions would you need to take to get from here today to where you're going to be in that time frame? What actions would you need to undertake? And make it specific as you can. So rather than just say, be more assertive, make it very specific. Be more assertive and ask for a promotion. Yeah? Take on what I've been avoiding. What is that? What does that look like? Create a health routine. What sort of health routine? Get very specific and write down your actions and any key milestones that will help you get there, that you can track and measure. I'm going to pause this now, or can you pause this now, just to write these down? Okay. So we've got the results, we've got the actions. Let's have a look at the mindset on that triangle. What mindset would you need to have to take those actions to get those results? So examples of mindsets could be growth mindset, abundance mindset, which is the opposite of scarcity, confidence, assertiveness, a warrior, i.e., in other words, single-pointed energy. What mindset resonates with you? It can be in completely your own words, as long as it feels right to you. Take a minute now, pause this, and write down what mindset you would need. Okay, let's look at the next part, which is beliefs. What beliefs up until this point have been getting in your way? What beliefs have been tripping you up? So for example, I'm not qualified enough, no one cares, I'm an imposter, or the biggest, scariest one, which I believe we all have, is I'm not good enough in some way. I'm not good enough, I'm not smart enough, I'm not kind enough, I'm not pretty enough, I'm not qualified enough. What are the beliefs that have gotten your way? Take a moment now and write them down. Okay, let's flip this. Looking at the beliefs that have gotten your way, how can you flip these into beliefs that will empower you? So for example, I am enough, that nothing is wasted. I have so much life experience and wisdom. I have valuable experience that people will pay for. I am valued. What are the beliefs that will empower you? And these could be beliefs about you as a person. They could be beliefs about your life, your relationships, beliefs about success or failure or anything else. Just take a moment and write them down. Okay, so I want you to look at everything you've written now and ask yourself, what needs to change right now? What new actions and beliefs do I choose to step into? I want you to look at how the beliefs that you may have had that have not served you have created the results that have not been working for you. And come to a point where you realize that there is choice. that if you adopt the mindset and the actions that's going to get you the results that you want, imagine what will happen if you take those up. So you come to almost a crossroads. You can indulge in your limiting beliefs, the beliefs that don't serve you, and know that you will get more of the same. Or you can choose to say, I'm going to come from that place of believing I am enough, believing that the work that I am doing is meaningful, or that I can create an impact and serve. Whatever your beliefs are, if you choose to step into them and come from that place, regardless of whether or not you feel it in your bones 150%, if you come from that place, in what way will that help you achieve the results that you want? It comes down to choice. So I hope this has helped you get an idea of what meaningful success means for you, and to help you feel empowered that ultimately it comes down to the choices that you make by choosing to believe in things that are constructive rather than destructive, and coming from that place and showing up from that place. I'd love to hear how you find this, and I wish you all the best with achieving your incredible results.